Sega games that I could.
I am also ready to
What,
move
Gabe?
on.
Are you gonna worry about your baby lemon lime? What does that mean? What is lemon lime? What do you say? All right. So PlayStation has revealed its classic set a marker games catalog for PlayStation Plus. I'm not gonna say how I feel about it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read.
Is it just called PlayStation Plus Premium?
Maybe. Well, there's 3 versions of it. PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Extra, and Premium/Deluxe.
Jesus.
I guess. I'm not sure. We'll just call it PlayStation. We'll call it PlayStation Plus Premium and Deluxe. There you go. So, basically, with Premium, you get. Hang on. Where does it say? We're on Twitter now, so I gotta be careful. PlayStation. I'm trying to figure out where it says which one you get with which, but we'll just go with Deluxe because Deluxe will come with everything. So, I'm not gonna read the PS4 games, and honest to God, I'll skim the PS3 ones, but the PS3 ones are streaming only, which is just fucking poopy. God, it's so fucking.
Why is that a new thing that people have been trying to fucking do? It's horrible.
Well, okay, so I know that with the PS3, the reason they're doing it specifically is that because that hardware is just so fucking weird, they're never going to be able to figure out how to make it backwards compatible. So the PS3 is just fucked. That's the only way they're going to be able to do this is if they stream it. So I will give a couple notable games here. We got Demon's Souls, the PS3 version, which is cool. You can stream it, but play that.
Yeah, if you couldn't get a PS5, you can play it now.
Ico, the Hot Shots golf games are good. Infamous 1, 2, and Infamous Festival of Blood. The 3 Ratchet and Clank games, Resistance 3, Tokyo Jungle, believe it or not. That's a weird one.
What?
Yeah, well, okay, so this whole... I'll get to that in a minute. Notice the company that made that, that's Japan Studio, right? I'll come back to that. And then they got some... So those are all PlayStation Studios games. Third-party games. Asura's Wrath was... Nyeh. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Nyeh. But you got Devil May Cry HD Collection. That's good. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, specifically. Lost Planet 2 is... Nyeh. Whatever. It's an okay list. The PS3 list is kind of bleh. Okay. Let me just... By the way, I just want to point something out here. Okay. All the games on that list that were made... let me see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from Japan Studio. Okay. Hold that thought. These are the original PlayStation games and PSP. Okay. Ape Escape. Hot Shots Golf. IQ Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, which is Jumping Flash is interesting because that's a game that I think a lot of people love, and it's like kind of weird.
Wait a second, is that the game I'm thinking it is? Oh my god, I remember that game.
It's like I never played it, but I think I was hearing about it recently. I don't know, unless I'm thinking of something else, but I thought this was beloved. It doesn't look interesting to me, but I don't know.
This game, like, this is one of those things where whenever you see it, it like unlocks those deep memories in your brain that
you're just like, oh my god, I've played this.
Years.
You know what game?
I don't think I played Jumping Flash 2. That's the one that I played.
Okay.
A lot.
But I got positive reviews, so maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Well, yeah, actually, on that note, recently when I was at our local game store or whatever, I saw that they had Jersey Devil on PlayStation 1, and I was like, oh my god. Not only have I forgotten that game exists, but I've forgotten that it exists from when I was like 6 years old, it feels. I don't know how old I was. It was probably like 6 or 7.
What is Jersey Devil?
It's a PlayStation 1 game. God, now I gotta look up Jersey Devil. That's like a 3D platformer.
The face on the front of it
is so familiar.
Yeah, it's familiar to me.
I remember my uncle had a PlayStation 1, and he had a demo disc that had, like, Jersey Devil on it, and I used to play the shit out of the Jersey Devil demo so much.
It looks like a... I don't want to say like a ripoff, but it looks very similar to something like Gex.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was probably part of that like platforming 3D mascot scene
It
at the
looks
time.
like it.
I just remember collecting the pumpkins and shit, and it kind of had a horror-y look. I do like the aesthetic of the game. That is one I'll have to like go back and play again just for the shit. This I recognize this picture. That was crazy. Like I seriously have not even thought about that game. Like it has not made a blip in my mind since I was probably like 7. So when I saw the case, I was like, why does that like guy on the front, like why is it doing something to me? Because I've never seen the case before. I'd never seen the fucking case before. And I had thought of like I remember it blew my mind because this was about a year ago when this happened, right? And I was like a week before that. It was funny because I was like, I remember playing this demo disc at my uncle's. And I remember like absolutely loving some game on there and it had pumpkins, but I don't remember anything about it. I go to video games, etc. like a week later. I see that game in the case and I was like, what is that? And then I look up Jersey Devil. I was like, holy shit, that's the game. Like I couldn't figure it out at all a week ago. And it blew my mind because it was just like something like everything came back to me. Because I had spent some time like looking up PlayStation demo discs and like what that could possibly be and stuff the day that I had thought of that. And it was just one of those things like it's funny how that works with games sometimes. Like there's a game out there you're like, oh, I played that when I was like 2 and I don't remember fuck all about it until you see it and remember that it exists. Just the fact that it exists, it was crazy.
I personally love having interactions in my mind like that.
Oh
where
yeah,
it's just like
yeah.
it's just you get hit with this immense wave of nostalgia, and you just want to like play the game.
Right.
So
I
bad
definitely
again.
want to see Jersey Devil again. I'm sure it's shit, but okay. Let me continue here. So, PlayStation Studios games. We have Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, IQ, Intelligent Cube. So you basically have most of the Hot Shots Golf games. Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter. I mean, that's a good one. And Super Stardust Portable is the only PSP game right now, believe it or not. Third-party games. Mr. Driller. People like Mr. Driller. Tekken 2. Interesting, they chose 2. Worms World Party and Worms Armageddon. There you go. Those are your PS1 games. Don't say anything about it yet. We got a bunch of PS4 games. Okay. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything.
So can I say something?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the whole list. So go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised to see that they have Ape Escape 1 and 2, but for some reason they're leaving out Ape Escape 3.
They only have Ape Escape 1.
They have Ape
Oh
Escape
no, they
2
do have Ape Escape. They have Ape Escape 2, but it's like titled under PS4.
Yeah.
That's weird. Is it because it's like back? Is it interesting? Oh, because it's like a remaster. They're considering it a remaster, so it's not like a straight port. I assume that means like it's getting like a Series X touch-up type of thing. How like the Series X sometimes can. Okay, so we have okay. I guess I should go over that then. The remasters, because some of these are Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2 are PS2 games. Ark the Lad. I didn't even see that. Holy shit!
I didn't even realize that none of these were PS2 games. I saw Ape Escape 2 and immediately just thought this was a list of PS2
No,
games.
I didn't think there was any PS2 games because I just saw the side. Wait a minute. So they have Ark the Lad. Ark the Lad is an expensive series. Which one is this? Twilight of the Spirits? That might be one of the cheaper ones, actually. But still, like that's actually cool.
Ark the Lad is about $50. You can buy it right now for $14.
Which one?
Twilight of the Spirits.
Yeah,
and it's complete. Oh my god, someone's selling it for $6. This game is
I was gonna say the original like collection though of Ark the Lad is so expensive on the PlayStation 1. It's so pricey. Ark the Lad is a game that I've always wanted to play as well, and I've never got to. I didn't see that, so I might have to actually try that, even if it's the PS2 one. Fantavision, Hot Shots Tennis, Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack X, Jack and Daxter. So all the Jack games. Rogue Galaxy, Siren, Wild Arms 3. Wild Arms is a great game. And then some actual like PS3 to PS4 games like Borderlands, Handsome Collection. Or actually, these are just PS4 games. Okay, those are third-party partners. So, two things I want to point out this list. One, so I'm just going to count these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 games. Thank you for closing down Japan Studio. They're literally carrying your list. Oh, that's not even all of them. 20, 21,
Yeah, no,
22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Contributed so much to Sony.
Oh my god, that pisses me off.
And so many of the games they contributed are part of the fucking iconic uprising of the damn system.
Gravity Rush 1 and 2 are on the PS4 list, by the way, so that's fantastic. Japan Studio, PS4. Shadow of the Colossus is what I was going to say there. Yeah, so many Japan Studio like published or involved games. It's so frustrating that they fucking closed that down to work on the Last of Us remake or whatever the hell's going on over there. I don't even know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I think that was because Japan Studio is the one where all those famous like people like the guy who worked on what's his name, Miyazaki, who worked on Dark Souls, like he would contribute to Japan Studio stuff, and he said he's not going to do anything with it anymore because he didn't like the direction. And like you had some, or maybe that's not what he said. Some people didn't like the direction. You had the guy who did the music there, he left or whatever. So like a lot of the famous people, and then eventually they just like apparently merged Japan Studio. I think I don't want to say it and get it wrong, but they're gone. They're basically gone, and I think the biggest reason was because Sony wants to like work on their new games. I want to say that was the company that they merged to help with Naughty Dog's stuff. I could be wrong on that, so do not look it up for yourself. I don't want to give out the wrong information, but they're gone, and it's bullshit. Anyway, so what do you think of that list?
I like some of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little, like, when I first saw it, I was like, well, there's some good stuff in here. When I really look at it in hindsight, I was like, you know what? It's okay. Because honestly, the PS4 games, I'm kind of like, who cares? Because at some point, you know, you're going to imagine that more people probably have a PS5. Even if they don't, they still have a PS4 to play a lot of these games. Like, I get it. Like, okay, what are the free games? Okay, but what is the real appeal to this? Like, we're looking at the classic games. Because with Game Pass, we kind of look at, like, oh, what new games can we get coming out and stuff. And Sony said they're not going to have brand spanking new games on this for a while if they do it. You know, that's one of the appeals of Game Pass. Game Pass, just a big appeal is having a ton of games, but one of the biggest appeals is also being able to play old games and the backwards compatibility, something that Sony has struggled with. And when you really look at, like, the amount of PS2 games, a lot of them are ones that are already available. Dark Cloud and 1 and 2 are on sale on the PlayStation Store all the time. Dark Cloud 1 is like $7 today. It went on sale today. That's crazy. Actually, Ape Escape went on sale as well. A lot of these games, I feel like, are ones that they kind of already have on the store or something. And honestly, when you really look at the list, like, first of all, the list of original PlayStation 1 games and the fact that there's one PSP game is pathetic. I will say, like, I understand they're going to add more. Like, that's the whole point of this. We're getting started. But what a weird start. Okay, if I were to tell you we're going to start a list of games, we're going to add them to this service, and it's going to feature like some of the classic PlayStation 1 games such as Ape Escape. Well, yes. Hot Shots Golf. Well, good game, you know. IQ, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter, yes, is a classic. And that's it. Well, I guess you got the third parties. Mr. Driller, good game, but it's not, you know. Tekken 2, yes, I can see it, although 3 makes more sense, but yes, I can see it. And then 2 Worms games, it's like, really? Fucking really? Like, that's what it, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't sound all that appealing at this point.
No, because I can tell you right now, I have half of the shit on this list that would actually be pulling me in. I already have most of the stuff that would be appealing to me.
Right. Well,
so all this other stuff, I'm just like, yeah, is it worth it? Oh, I could kind of just go play the game that I have right now.
Well, and even if you, okay, like, let's say you're in a situation like me, like, I don't own a lot of PlayStation 1 games anymore. I will get more, but right now I have Digimon World 1 and 3. I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, and I have Tomb Raider 2. So I don't have, like, a big PlayStation 1 collection. So even for somebody like me, first of all, by the way, where the fuck is Tomb Raider? holy shit. Like, you couldn't figure... I know that it's being sold right now as we speak or whatever. You couldn't make a deal with Square Enix. Square Enix has some games on here. So that's kind of... what because Square Enix has the rights right now. But, okay, let's say you couldn't make a deal with the company that's buying it, who I can't remember. Like, holy shit, you couldn't get the original Tomb Raiders. Like, you can't get... What is this list? It just doesn't... Like, there's got to be a bunch of PlayStation classics that are missing on here. And I mean, like, a shit ton, because that console has so many classics. You can't get Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PS1?
No. That's just it, is like... So I was going to say, like, I guess, how... classic are we talking about? Because we do have
PlayStation 1
like,
games.
Well, like all the Crash Bandicoots and all the Spyros, but then it's like, do they want to put those on there because they just had all those remasters and remakes that they just did?
And
so
I can
like, those are part of it, but they
I can understand some things like that where it's like, okay, Microsoft just bought those franchises, but that's the thing, is like, maybe there's going to be a couple, but it's like, okay, what about PS2s? It's like, well, we didn't get God of War. We got none of the God of War games on PS2. Does that not blow your mind?
I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get any of the God of War games on the PS3 section, because
do
they had
get,
all those remastered.
We do get God of War, like the PS4 one. But yeah.
I mean, that was already on there, though, wasn't it? That was already part of the PlayStation Plus, like,
if you have a PS5
PS4 genre.
Yeah, if you have a PS5, it's part of like the PlayStation Plus whatever collection or whatever. But nonetheless, but this is my point. Like, okay, but what about God of War 1, 2, and 3? Let's not even talk about the side games, which are PSP games, which you said there would be one PSP game. Like, that's all you could scrap up. Like, again, I get it's an initial list, but damn. I just feel like in terms of the retro games, it's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong.
No,
I want this to succeed. So, you know, if there's any like buddy who's now we supposedly shit on Xbox last week with the Starfield thing. Well, now I'm gonna shit on PlayStation because there's so many.
PlayStation has an entirely separate set of issues all on their own.
Sure.
Like, we're not biased towards only bitching about like
right.
Xbox.
Yeah.
PlayStation has its own set of things that we could talk about too.
Rogue Galaxy, I forgot about that. I mean, there is some nice additions here. Like, I'm a fan of Wild Arms. I like Wild Arms or whatever. But, you know, it's just like overall when I really think about like you couldn't scrap up something for Konami. Konami gives their shit out to everybody. You couldn't scrap like a Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation 1 or
where the fuck is Metal Gear Solid?
That's what I said too. It was like I said that at work. I was like, "Why the fuck is Metal Gear Solid?" Like, again, I get it. They're gonna release some games, but like I'm telling you, I had Game Pass when it first came out, and it was a lot better. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm not trying to compare what they were at the time, but I'm just saying, like,
it's lackluster for the release.
Yes, you would think they would have like a couple of really big games, and I just don't feel. Well, the PS4 list is fantastic. I'll throw that out there. The PS4 list is fucking fantastic. You know, Demon's Souls. You get the PS5 version even actually. So the PS5. You know, if you like Days Gone, Bloodborne, Gravity Rush 1 and 2, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Everybody's Golf is an underrated game. Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, that's a fantastic list right there, and I've only read anything above the letter I.
I think that
it's
all
the
of
retro
that stuff
games
you listed was that's still part of the thing they already had. Is Persona on there? Oh, Persona isn't on there actually.
Persona
not on that list.
5. Is that what you're talking about? Or...
Yeah, Persona 5's not on that list.
Well, I know that they just took Persona 5 off of the PlayStation Plus collection, and I'm wondering if that's because they maybe plan on putting Royal on it or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I guess to boil it down, I just think the retro list is disappointing. PS2 retro list is okay, but you're missing some stuff. PS1 list is like, these are good games, but you could do way more, and PS3 is streaming, so who gives a fuck? Like, that it's just, I didn't love it. I didn't, and I get, again, in 2 years, it's just going to be a fantastic list, probably, but just for the initial list, again, as of right now, like, it's like,
at least it's not like worse.
I don't think we're alone on that either. Again, we might get some hate for this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. But I know, like, here's the first comment. The PS4, PS5 games are looking pretty damn good, but I'm extremely disappointed with the classic lineup for most of the PS1, PS2, and PSP games. You might as well say game because that's the only one that PSP got one game. And apparently Vita's not going to be on this, which I'm like, oh, that sucks, but whatever. Like, at least they told us that beforehand. But man, anyway, I'm done on that. So
Yeah.
okay, are you done? Are you tired? Yes, Gabe. Jack and Dexter is on it. There was a comment, the YouTube comment on your Starfield video from Lemon Lime is the person who left the comment that said "Worry about me, baby." Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck to make of that. Yeah, it was like because I named the video like I'm worried about Starfield or something, and then someone said "Worry about me, baby." I don't know who Lemon Lime. It just cracked me up. But yes, they have all the Jack games on there. That's a good one. That's probably something more of what I expect. Is like, Jack and Daxter is kind of a big PS2 game. Anyway. All right, well, that's going to do it for this was Streamcast 10, by the way. We've done this every 2 weeks for